Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Wonderfully Made. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I really appreciate it. As you can tell from the title, I have something to say about Wayne Goss makeup brushes. Now I'm just going to get straight to the point because some of you may think that the title of this video is clickbait, and so I just want to get straight to the point that I'm trying to make. This is my Wayne Goss brush collection, and I have to say I am completely obsessed with these brushes. Now this is not an unboxing or haul or anything, but I do have the original box that the brushes come in. I think all of his brush sets come in a little box like this. It's just a little brush holder, and it's just black, very basic cardboard. But who cares about this, okay? The brushes are awesome. And I basically have 3 sets of brushes, and I'll explain in a minute. Now the first set that I'm going to show you is his new eye set. This new eye set is like blending heaven, okay? And if you're someone like me and you have smaller eyes or hooded eyes, then I am a total believer in smaller brushes. And if you're familiar with Wayne Goss, he used to talk a lot about using smaller brushes, and I am a believer in it. It makes such a difference in your makeup application. Okay, so let me just stop rambling and go through these brushes, otherwise this video is going to be an hour long. So this is the new eye set, and it came with 5 brushes. These brushes are made of goat hairs and they're cruelty free. I cannot even describe how soft these brushes are. And I have a lot of brushes, and some of them are very scratchy. And don't get me wrong, it is not that serious, okay? It is not that serious. But if you are really into brushes, if you're really into makeup, especially for those of us who are more mature, we have to be a little bit extra careful around our delicate eye areas, you know, because the more pulling and tugging on the eyes that we have, the more likely we are to have, you know, more wrinkles and stuff like that. But these brushes are extremely soft. Oh my goodness, they're beautiful. They clean like nothing, okay? These brushes clean so easily. This is the number 16 brush, and this is the largest brush in the eye set. Believe me, all of these brushes are multifunctional, and I always say you use the brushes how you like, however they work for you, that's how you use the brushes. But this brush is perfect for either setting your eyeshadow primer. It's really good for placing your transitional shade on your eye, just for blending out your transitional area. You can use this brush to pack on color all over the eyelid. You can use this brush for concealer, to set concealer, to contour your nose. I mean, this is definitely a multi-functional brush. The next brush is number 17, and it's exactly like number 16, except it's a little bit smaller, if you could see that. This is a really good brush to use if you're trying to create a cut crease, but you want to blend out the edge of that cut crease. This is a really good brush for that. Again, you could still use it to contour your nose if you wanted to. You can use it for the inner tear duct, to put shadow on your brow bone. And so yes, the next brush is number 18, and it looks like this. Now this brush has more of a flat shape. So this brush is really good to pack on color on the eyelid. The next brush is the number 19, and this brush is an even smaller version of the number 16 and 17. Perfect for creating a cut crease, perfect for your outer V area or inner tear duct, to blend out shadow on your lower lash line. Perfect detailed eyeshadow brush. And then finally, we have the number 20, which is even smaller. I mean, let me tell you, this set really, in my opinion, is a blending set. It's a detailed blending eyeshadow set. Okay, so the next set that I have is the anniversary set, and this was actually my introduction to Wayne Goss brushes, and oh my goodness, I just love them so much. This brush, this is the Wayne Goss 02 brush. I just wish you guys could feel how soft this brush is. Again, very versatile brush. You can use it to set your under eye concealer. You can use it for blush. You can use it for highlight. You can use it to contour your face. Very multifunctional brush. So soft, perfectly dense. You know, this brush, oh my goodness, I absolutely love this brush. I mean, I'm definitely going to get another one. Now, the rest of the brushes are what I would consider eyeshadow brushes. Now, the number 3 and 4, in my opinion, is very similar to number 16 and 17. And I'm going to put them side by side for you. And the number 3 brush is a little bit fluffier than the number 16 brush. The point on the number 16 brush is a little bit more profound than the point on the number 3 brush, but they are very, very similar. Same with the number 17 and number 4 brush. I mean, they are extremely similar, except the number 4 brush, the point on the number 4 brush, in my opinion, is a little bit more defined than the point on the number 17 brush. And the number 17 brush is definitely a bit more dense than the number 4 brush. And so although those brushes are similar, they're not exactly the same. I like to use the number 3 brush to, of course, set the concealer underneath my eyes or set my eyeshadow primer. I use this brush all the time to go in with that first transitional shade. Love to use the number 4 brush for my outer V area. I also like to use this brush to blend out eyeshadow on my lower lash line. The number 18 brush from the new eye set is very similar to the 06 brush from the anniversary collection, in that they both have more of a flat head that can be used to pack color onto the lid. The number 18 brush is slightly more dense than the 06 brush, but they are very, very similar. The number 18 brush is a little bit bigger than the 06 brush, but I mean, barely noticeable, okay? I mean, it's bigger, but you can barely notice it. Now, I do love the number 6 brush to pack color onto the lid, like I said, but I also really like this brush to blend out the edges of my eyeshadows, you know, so that the colors that I use on the lid blend into the transitional area. So it's also a really good blending brush. The last 3 eye brushes in the anniversary set are, the number 5, 7, and 8. The number 5 brush is a pencil brush, and I love it. I just love these brushes so much. They are just quality brushes. They're soft, they're dense, they do what they're supposed to do. They place color almost perfectly, and they blend out color like a dream. The number 7 brush is a very, very small detail brush. I like to use this brush if I want to add a pop of color on my lower lash line. I like to use this brush to smudge out color or eyeliner on my lower lash line. I use this brush for the inner tear duct. And finally, the 08 brush. I use this 08 brush sometimes for my eyebrows, to fill in my eyebrows. And I've also used this as an eyeliner brush. The final brush that came in the anniversary set is this 01 brush. Now this was the limited edition set. I think in the normal anniversary set, the foundation brush is smaller than this one. I really like this foundation brush, especially foundations that have a very liquidy consistency. And so yes, I really like this brush. Now, I will say that this is my least favorite of all of the Wayne Goss brushes that I have, only because it sheds. It seems like it finally stopped shedding as much now that I've washed it several times. This one is also the hardest brush to get clean, but it does clean very well. It's just, it takes a little bit of time to do it. Okay, so now I've saved the best for last, and that is the Wayne Goss Airbrush. 1, 2, 3. And I actually have another one that's still in the package. But this is a limited edition brush. Now, it was re-released, and I believe it's still available. I was on Beautylicious website earlier this evening, and it was still available. If you do not get any other brushes from Wayne Goss, you need to get your hands on this Airbrush if you can. I absolutely love this brush. I wish that he would just go ahead and make this a part of his permanent line, because I absolutely love this brush, and that is why I have 4 of them. Each time it came out, they limited you to purchasing 2. But you know what? I'm gonna go back online and see if I can't get another one because I absolutely love this brush. When I first got it, I was like, this is a whole lot smaller than I thought it was gonna be, and what do you do with this brush? And so for the first, several weeks, I would say, I really didn't know what to do with this brush, except to maybe, set underneath my eyes. But on Wayne Goss's video, he kept referring to this as a blending brush, okay? Well, let me tell you, I have now mastered the use of this brush. And other than my foundation, I could use this brush for my entire face. I can set my under eye concealer. I can set my entire face, because there's something about this brush. I don't know what it is about this brush, but when I use it to set my entire face, my foundation all of a sudden becomes skin-like. Okay, I don't know what kind of voodoo magic is in this brush, but I love it. And the bristles are so soft. There's absolutely no tugging. It's not scratchy. I love this brush. Oh my goodness. I can use this brush for blush. I can use it for highlight. I can use it to contour. Okay, I'm not sure if this brush is necessarily designed for cream products, but I have used this to blend out my cream contour. I have used this to blend out my concealer. And so yes, this brush I could do my entire face with, my entire face, and I absolutely love it. And so yes, these are all of my Wayne Goss brushes, and I absolutely love them. And the reason I somewhat suggested in the title that you might not want to buy these brushes is because they're not cheap. Okay, they're not cheap. They are on the pricier side when it comes to brushes, and they're absolutely not necessary. You can find brushes that will do exactly what you need them to do for a lot less money. There is no doubt in my mind about that, okay? In my opinion, these brushes almost blend on their own, whereas some of the other brushes that I have, they absolutely work. It may take me a little bit more time to accomplish what I'm trying to accomplish, but they absolutely work, okay? So yes, these brushes are a little bit on the pricier side, and so you might not want to start buying them, because I'm telling you, these brushes will spoil you, and once you start using them, if you're like me, you will probably want them all. Now I want the face set, and I want every last Wayne Goss brush, okay? It won't be happening this year. It definitely won't be happening this year. I guess I should say no time soon, but more Wayne Goss brushes will definitely be on my Christmas list this year. And so yeah, there you have it. That's my little review slash show and tell of my Wayne Goss brushes. Feel free to ask any questions. If you would like to know anything else about these brushes, please give me a thumbs up if you don't mind. I would appreciate that. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have found it helpful. And as always, remember that you are fearfully and wonderfully made by God, and He loves you. And I'll see you in the next video.